Hello, my name is Malik Carter, and today we will be talking about euthanasia and mercy killing, and what does that mean? What place does it have in ethics? What does it have to do with ethics? And yeah, so let's get right into it. First off, euthanasia is, you've probably heard of it in terms of like if you have pets or older pets being put down. That's what they call them being euthanized, which means that it's more of a ending of their suffering, kind of killing them, but for their benefit in a sense. Um, it's a lot cut. It's really cut and dry when it comes to animals, but when it comes to people, that's when kind of the moral conversations begin. Because I guess people are sort of more, people aren't seen as pets, so they're kind of on a different plane of conversation when it comes to euthanasia and mercy killing. So we'll go into the first example, Baby Teresa. The Baby Teresa example, basically, this couple had a daughter. They named her Teresa, but when she was born alive, but she was born basically in a vegetative state, meaning that her brain was active, but she wasn't conscious in a sense. She couldn't open her eyes, she couldn't speak, like she couldn't cry, like she couldn't. She was basically just a beating heart and an active brain in a sense. And the doctors told the parents that the baby only had a couple days, like maybe a week to live. So they took that and they understood that and they wanted to donate her organs. But what happened was the doctors that were in the hospital told her that they couldn't harvest their organs or baby Teresa's organs because she was still alive. And they had to, in a sense, wait for her to pass to harvest her organs. And especially when it comes to infant or newborn organs, the windows are very short for their like usability. So the parents were very like upset that yes, we want our baby's organs. The baby's not going to live long at all, so we want the baby's organs to be utilized as fast as possible. In a sense, do what you need to do. But the people that work for the hospital that kind of get paid to like analyze these moral dilemmas, they weren't they couldn't sign off on euthanizing a child to harvest their organs in a sense. And it caused a lot of uproar, a lot of moral conversations began as to whether or not this is a thing that should happen. Personally speaking, I believe that if it's the wishes of both parents that the baby be euthanized in a way to harvest organs, I say go that route. But I know there's might be some other factors at play. Um, but so at the end of the day, like what they wanted was active euthanasia. So there are two types that I'm going to talk about: active and passive. Um, Active euthanasia being like putting a dog down. They have to kind of give them something to kind of in their suffering or like in their yeah. But passive euthanasia is a little bit more morally ambiguous because basically, I'll give an example. It's the aunt nephew example. So say um, the aunt stands to gain a lot of money from the life insurance if her sister's son were to pass away. Say one day the aunt is at the family's home and she comes up the stairs with plans. The son is taking a bath upstairs, and she comes up the stairs with plans to drown the child in order to collect all the life insurance. She comes up the stairs to an already drowning son. Now, she could, she has kind of two kind of avenues she can take. She can save the child, or she can just sit there and like watch, as her goal is done for her in a sense. Um, this is where the kind of conversation begins of was it active or passive. She was planning, she came in with the plan of active euthanasia. Like she came in with a plan of like wanting to do harm to said like to her nephew to collect the insurance money. But it ended up being more so passive euthanasia because she sat there knowing she could have done something without doing anything in a sense. So that that is basically like euthanasia and mercy killing kind of in a nutshell. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.